Today we are going to be playing what some consider to be the worst map in Zombies history. Here we are. We're back. Take it in. So for those unaware, this is the first map that was launched with Vanguard Zombies. It is called Duran Fang, but some people come up with their own little creative names for it. Some people call it like Boran Fang. I personally call it Hit Me and Kill Me with the Doran Fang. And this is essentially just like a smaller form of Outbreak. You know, Outbreak in Cold War Zombies was all about the objectives, and it's the same thing here. Every time that you complete an objective, it goes up around, just like an Outbreak. And Outbreak was pretty well received. In fact, Treyarch even said that Outbreak was the highest player count that they had ever achieved upon release. Well, personally, I think the biggest difference between that and over here in Vanguard is that Cold War actually had ground-based maps to balance that out, so we had D Machine and Firebase Z. If we got sick of the Outbreak mode, we could go back to that, but here, all we had was this. Just Duran Fang. Now granted, they did try to remedy it later by adding the Void objective, but as we all know that it's really not the same. Sure, it was still technically round-based, still run around kill zombies, but it was only in the small hut area of Shinonuma. It wasn't even the entirety of Shinonuma, it was just like the central hut, and it was so bizarre. There was tons of other controversial changes made here in Vanguard Zombies, but we're not going to get into all that right now. I'm not trying to give you a whole info dump here. One minor complaint I must make as, you know, a grinder is that the fact that you need 4,000 Pack-a-Punch eliminations with every single gun before you can get it gold, and you have to do that for every single weapon. Like, even the launchers is still 2,500, but that's still ridiculous. In Cold War, it was only 1,500, and here in Vanguard, it's just like, nope, you're gonna have to give us your arm, your leg, your soul if you want Dark Ether. Personally, so far, I only have Diamond SMGs and Diamond ARs. I'm so conflicted on if I should actually go through with it. Like, on one hand, I've already put so much time into it, I might as well, but on the other hand, I'd have to spend even more time to get it finished, and do I really want to do all that before MW2 comes out? I really don't know, man. We won't be playing it in this video, but another map released in this fashion straight after this map came out called Terra Maledicta, and let's just say that one wasn't well received either. Some people actually consider that one to be even worse. In between rounds, you're sent back to this little hub area, and I don't know. Like I said, I think it's not as bad as some people made it out to be, but I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and try to say that it's good. The one nice change that I like in Vanguard Zombies, though, not necessarily a change, but an addition, is this Covenant system. Some people are very on it. Personally, I'd say what can make it better is I've heard the example of the Warzone shop machine where you can go and buy literally whatever you want. I think that would be much better than this kind of random RNG system they have going here. Most of them are actually pretty useful, and I found myself bouncing between them, trying different quote-unquote builds or playstyles in each run, so it's a good system, just a little flawed in execution, I'd say. You may be wondering, Grotesque, why are you being so informative in this video and like talking about all these different systems in the game? Well, it's because barely anybody has played Vanguard Zombies. Shinonuma definitely brought some more people into it because it's like, oh my god, finally a round-based map, let's play this. But once everybody heard what Duran Fang actually was at launch, like, Zombies' numbers in terms of player count and even people making content, it's been pretty bad. If you've been considering hopping into Vanguard Zombies, I would say it is worth it to play Shinonuma. I'd say try Duran Fang and Terra Maledicta, see if it's your cup of tea or whatever, but it's not something even I, a very dedicated Zombies player that has been playing Duran Fang and Terra Maledicta since day one, even I could say it's not something you'd want to play every single day, you know what I mean? Like, you get burned out on it very quick, which I did for a bit. However, I must say Shinonuma is a very great, huge step in the right direction. Compared to this, yes, it is a massive step in the right direction, and I really love Shinonuma. I've been playing it on a daily basis lately, just trying to finish on my battle pass, because there's 3 weeks left to the season, and I was only on like tier 40 a couple days ago. Right now I'm at tier 72, so I've been going hard. I know I'll get it in time, but to do that, I've been playing a ton of Shinonuma because Zombies is decent for the battle pass. And the map's pretty solid. The Wunderwaffe is good, the Easter egg's fun, the boss fight is fun, just playing the map for high rounds is fun. It's one of the first Zombies maps in a long time where I genuinely play it just to get to high rounds. Not just strictly for XP, not just, you know, to grind out whatever. It's literally, I just get on, get the Wunderwaffe, just to see if I can get to high rounds. Like, it's pretty good. So if you have Vanguard Zombies, go for it. However, I wouldn't say buy Vanguard exclusively for Zombies. But, you know, if you already play Warzone and you're trying to level up some of your weapons as is, using Warzone, maybe get some camos, then I'd say yeah, because the multiplayer in this game is really good, in my opinion. The only detracting things from the multiplayer I would have to say, though, is definitely SBMM, and that's mainly it. Just like SBMM. Outside of that, the game is basically just MW 2019 with a World War II skin on top of it. Ooh. Ooh, this one's pretty good. I found this busted strat on Shi No Numa earlier, so yeah, I've been completely utilizing Brimstone every chance I can ever since I learned that strat. You basically just sit on top of the crates in the central part of the map right in front of the Flogger. If you know what I'm talking about, then you know what I'm talking about. You just sit there, you just shoot the Wonder Off every time the zombies crawl up, and that's it. Easy high rounds, and part of that strategy is getting Brimstone, so then every time insta-kill goes on, all you have to do is walk into the zombies and it goes. So I'm absolutely addicted to just grabbing Brimstone now, so then every time it's insta-killing, just walk into them and they just evaporate. Yeah, but as you guys are about to see in a minute when we step outside, yeah, they have Shi No Numa in Duran Feng, but you can't go out to the other huts, you can't go out to the 4 branching huts. It's literally just a central area. The Flogger is there, but you can never use it no matter what. It's very bare bones, but in the round-based map, the one that is separate from Duran Feng, it's actually really good, it's complete, it has the huts. It actually has new areas that weren't in the original, you know, the Flogger's working, everything's there. Also, these were the crates I was talking about. You literally just sit right here. As soon as they crawl up, shoot them with the Wonder Waff. You want to have Brimstone on, and yeah, it's super easy when you're going for high rounds over on that map. And hey, there we go, tier 72. I'm getting closer and closer to tier 100. While I'm thinking of it, why don't we go ahead and try to open up the Void objective? So then I can kind of show you guys what that was about when that came out and why it wasn't very well received. Sacrifice objective. Oh, God. I really don't like this one, if I'm being completely honest. This is the only one that can actually end your game if you fail, and, yeah, I don't like this one. It's just more annoying than anything. Hey, there we go. Almost got this weapon done. Oh, here we go. I got an insta-kill. You guys ready for this? Every time any enemies get close to me, boom, they just fall over. What? I'm so beautiful, I swipe them off their feet. None of you will get to my Siphon Core now. I don't even have to use my hands. The game will play for me. Oh yeah, that reminds me, earlier when I was doing that Wonder Waff strat on Shi No Numa, I tried that. I tried just playing with one hand, and I was able to do it. For 5 rounds straight, I did not move. I just sat there with one hand doing the Wonder Waff strat, and I had no problems. Didn't go down or nothing. So trust me, if you want an easy high round, I also got to round 35 in about, I think, 30 minutes maybe. So yeah, it's a pretty quick strat. You blast through around every minute or two. Oh, finally, the torture is over. I hate this objective. It's so, on the early rounds, it's very redundant and just tedious having to run between all the Siphon Cores. But then later on, it's actually a pain in the rear trying to run around and keep up with all of them. It's insane. Yay, I can pack a bunch again. Is there any more good covenants? Not really. Okay, so I'll go ahead, upgrade my artifact before we hop in here, and, let's hope for the best in the Void. The most controversial addition to Vanguard Zombies. With good reason. Alright, here we are in the Void. So essentially how this works is you're only here for 3 rounds at a time. You come in here, and for the next 3 waves, we're just going to be stuck in here running around training. And at that point, a portal will appear right here, and it'll give us the option to either leave or stay. If we stay, well, then that's it. We just stay. Or usually what I do is I leave, go upgrade my perks, go pack a bunch, go grab covenants, do what I got to do, and then I'll hop back in here, and I just keep doing that until I'm up to, like, round 30, round 40. Then I'll just kind of quit out of the game or exfil or whatever, because at that point I'm like, okay, I got other stuff to do with my day. Oh, Zavala. You. Another controversial addition, and one I don't like very much. Granted, I'm very glad for the recent nerf where she is no longer annoying. I mean, she's still annoying, but nowhere near as annoying because they removed her immune state. At least it was removed in the other... Okay, yeah, they removed it here. They've had a bad tendency of putting changes into Shi No Numa and all that, but not actually changing it in Duran Feng and Terra Maledicta, so these maps are even worse than before, or at least they seem that way because they haven't gotten any of the new changes. But at least they changed Zavala across the board, so no matter what map you're playing on, she's not as bad as before with the immune states, and ugh. This should be the last one, and there we are. I love how it gives you a Perseverance Award, just like, thank you for persevering, thank you for dealing with our game. But anyway, here we go. We're going back to the hub area now, finished up our 3 rounds, and yeah, I'm probably not going to include much of it in the video. It's just kind of the same thing, just run around, shoot zombies, but it's the Void objective, so it's not as good. Ooh, scary lore court effects. It's funny, we're supposed to be intimidated by all these people, all these demons and stuff that we've been talking to and supposed to be fighting, but when have we seen them in action, in cutscene, in game, in person? The only one we've seen was like Syraxis' Echo or whatever in Shi No Numa Easter egg, but that was it. Where's Court Effects? If the next map, which it's seeming to be this way, is actually the final map of Vanguard Zombies, it needs to be a big final battle with how much BS they've been throwing at us, like, ooh, Court Effects bad guy, ooh, Violence bad guy, you need to hate these guys. Make me hate these guys. In the next map, I want a huge battle, okay? I want Cortex zip zapping, teleporting, shooting flames at me. I want Von Lisp in like a freaking control room, like shooting rockets at me. I want some crazy Mario-esque stuff going down, okay? And I swear to God, if you end another game with a slideshow cutscene, we are gonna have problems. Black Ops Cold War, you did a good job. You ended on a good note. There was no PowerPoint presentation cutscenes anywhere to be seen. Vanguard Zombies and all the Easter eggs so far, it has only been PowerPoint presentation looking cutscenes, okay? Please don't take us back to the BO4 days where we end an entire storyline that we're supposed to be building up to, like, you know, fall in love with the PowerPoint presentation. Like, no. Woo, here we are. We are exfilling from Hit Me and Kill Me with the Doran Fang. And there we go. Exfil completed at round 9. It's, a lot of people call it the worst map in Zombies history. Do I agree with that, though? It's the worst Zombies map if you're looking at it from an objective standpoint, because it's not, no pun intended, but because it's not round-based, you know what I mean? But in terms of actual fun and subjectiveness when I'm playing it, I've been playing it since day one, like I said. I don't think it's that bad. Personally, I enjoy it, but I can see and I completely understand why everybody doesn't like it. As I said earlier in the video, though, I definitely recommend hopping in if you have Vanguard to at least try Shinonuma. It's a really good map, and it's like a return to form for the whole round-based thing. It's really good in my opinion. As always, though, a shout out to the patrons, Carmen, Shay, Grandma, and Lou Booty Tap. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and hopefully I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7. Thank you for watching. I love you all. Stay beautiful. Have an amazing day. Peace.